simula nung naging BINI kami. 3 years bilang BINI. First time po namin mag-celebrate ng countdown!
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Hello guys, how are you doing? It's your homeboy Guy. First video of the year, so we start with the traditional Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year 2025. I hope the year will be great and then you will have amazing things happening to you. For me, I who strongly believe to stoicism, so I define myself as stoicist, not in the sense that I have no emotion or no feeling, but more on I just focus on whatever I can control, and that has been my leitmotif for 2024, for 2023, and that's going to be the same thing for 2025. Whatever is not under my control, I will just leave it to, you know, to the destiny, to the fate, or whatever you want to call that. But definitely I'm trying as much as possible to have impact on whatever I think I can have impact on. So that one said, this video also I want to show you the countdown in the Philippines, just a little moment of where I have spent my new year with my family and few friends. It was pretty nice. It was pretty cool. We had some actually it was my very first time to go outside in 7 years that I'm in the Philippines. No, well, 12 years that I'm in the Philippines. It was my very first time to actually go out in a crowded place and witness the fireworks with a lot of people, like more than 1,000 of people. I did witness it already, but in a different context, maybe from the rooftop of my condominium, maybe with few friends, but never in a super crowded place. And I wanted to share that moment with you in this video. Before that, I also want to share a little thing that I've read on internet. I think that was like 1 or 2 days ago, and I wanted to share it with you because it's also a little bit in the continuity of the reason why I'm sharing the New Year countdowns with you in this video. So let me find it. It's going to show on the screen somewhere there, probably on the right or on the left of my screen. But anyway, the video, it's about I'm a part of a French group, right? I'm a part of a French group where there is a bunch of French people sharing their life in the Philippine experience and all this kind of stuff. And I read this message. It was like a post from somebody living in Sigijo. I hope I pronounce it well. Sigijo. I'm not Spanish or what. But it's a province here in the Philippines. Very beautiful place also in the Philippines. You may even want to visit that place. So I'm just going to recap because the post actually is in French, and I'm just going to recap it for you. So basically, he said that, okay, good morning everyone. I want to share a little anecdote with you this afternoon that I have witnessed. There were 2 kids, 7 and 8 year old, who were just standing in front of my restaurant in Sigijo. And they were not able to enter, or they were afraid to enter the restaurant. So after a few minutes, I asked them what they're waiting in front of my restaurant. And the kids told me they just found 50 pesos bill on the seat of a scooter that was just parked in front of the restaurant. And they wanted to bring it back to the owner of the restaurant, thinking maybe it is 50 pesos because the scooter was in front of his restaurant. And he said, I don't need to remind you guys that of course I let them go with the 50 pesos, but this anecdote is just to let you know, for those who still thinking that Philippines is dangerous, that it's not really as you're reading in the media. And you can of course share this post to everybody who's thinking that the Philippines is very dangerous. So guys, you know, I'm not sharing this one because it's very special story, or you know, it never happened and stuff like that. But you know, if a foreigner has to witness this kind of stuff and share it with the whole community, and even ask the community to share it with other people, it's just tell you how people get paranoid about, you know, the Philippines and how dangerous it is. You were in New Zealand. If you are in New Zealand, or I don't know, I'm not going to say Japan because it's known for like safety, but if you are in New Zealand, or I don't know, in some city in Africa, or you know, in France, in some other country, you will not have that kind of story related to, you know, to a big audience, and you even ask it to relate to other people, to share it. You will not hear that kind of stuff. So you're hearing here in the Philippines because really it's become an obsession with some people never enter the Philippines and reading a lot about Philippines, thinking Philippines is so dangerous and all this kind of stuff, that even the simple things like this, well, not a simple thing, it's a good behavior, right? But it can literally be like simple thing in other countries, even in the Philippines here. I'm not going to say that it's so much something special. I have left my wallet already 1 or 2 times in some good places, and then people told me, hey sir, you have left your wallet. Even sometime in a cab, in the Grab, some people told me, hey, you have left your wallet. Of course, it's not like that everywhere. Don't expect that every time that your 50 pesos will be on the street, somebody will pick it up and give it back to you. But it's just to tell you that there are both sides. You can see some very good behavior, or you can see some negative behavior. So nothing really special about Philippines when it's come to safety. It's like most of other countries. You can see both aspects. Now, come back to my video. So that's just a small anecdote that I wanted to share, because I just find it a little bit funny that he wanted to share it with the large audience. And I did it too, because he asked on his video that he wants us to cascade the news for those foreigner people who are not yet in the Philippines. So the video itself that I'm doing right now is just to share the countdown that I had in the Philippines, like the countdown that I had in the Philippines, like on 31st, moving to 1st, and that was my very first time, as I told you at the start of this video. And I know it can be, even for myself, it can be a little curiosity when I realized that for the very first time, I decided to go out in the Philippines and witness the fireworks by myself in a crowded place. Not that I never witnessed that, but that was the very first time. And you know, for those who are familiar with Makati, or if you're around Makati, you probably know that big street that they call Ayala. It's a very long venue that go maybe up to like 5 kilometers long. And all that long line, the road was blocked, so no car was able to enter or exit that area. So they arranged the place. They put a big stand there where people could can sing. They put a lot of little stand for maybe selling alcohol and stuff like that. Actually, it wasn't the first year that they had that kind of you know, events there for the countdown. They already done it several times, but I think the reason why I wasn't able to participate is because for several reasons. Before, I wasn't living in Makati. I wasn't living around Makati, so that area was quite far for me, so I didn't see the necessity to go there. And then when I started living around, I had the kids that I feel like it's too early to bring them outside, because my kid was just born around that same period, a couple years ago. So the kid was pretty small, and then after that there were pandemic, there were COVID, so we were not able to go outside. There were no manifestation or stuff like that. So for several reasons, I was not able to attend this kind of event. But yes, I have witnessed several fireworks in the Philippines. But that one was a bit special, because that was also actually my first time to really be among thousands of people in one place at night at the same time, in maybe 12 years that I'm in the Philippines. And it was pretty organized. From what I see at first, it was pretty organized. And I was even a bit surprised, because I went there with the stroller, the tumbler, just a little necessity, you know, when you have a little kids, that for the kids, everything that they can need, you already have it. I bring it there, and then they told me the stroller could not pass. Even the bottle of water could not pass. They really checked everything that we had in the bag and all kind of stuff that we had with us, to make sure that there were no weapon or something that would harm anyone there in the venue. And of course, as I told you, over like 3 kilometers, it was all full of people waiting for the countdown. And at the bottom of that 3 kilometers, there were a big stand where there was music and stuff like that. So very nice, very warm, very fun. And the safety, it was very safe. I mean, I feel very safe there, even though it was a bit challenging for me, because, you know, having a kid, and then suddenly you don't have to use the stroller, you have 2 kids with you. One can walk, you expect to carry the one who can walk because he might be tired, but the one who's smaller, you're just thinking that he's going to be all the time in the stroller. And now we end up with 2 kids that we have to carry, we have to manage them, right? So we were kind of switching with my wife. Sometimes she carry, and then when she's a bit tired, I carry also. But anyway, overall, the place was crowded. Well, not really crowded, there were a lot of people, but because the venue was so big, it doesn't really seem like there were too much people in the point that you cannot even walk with your kid, or you feel unsafe, or you feel like maybe if there is a little movement, somebody can, you know, walk over another person. It was pretty nice. Yeah, we spent all the night there. We watched the countdown. I'm going to share some video with you. We watched the countdown, and the firework was amazing. Very close from that, very close from that. I didn't hear anything when I left that place. I left the place safe. There were some entrance that was really supposed to be only for the entrance. There were some places that were just supposed to be for the exit. So everything was well planned. And then right after the ceremony, right after the countdown, they used the whole street. They turned it into club, sort of street club. Maybe it's a different term, I don't know. But they turned it into, you know, like a big venue where people can dance and stuff like that. There were a DJ, and then a lot of music was playing there, I think up to maybe 5 a.m. But me, I just left the place around right after the countdown, maybe like 12:30. I left the place because, of course, I had kids with me, and extend them until that time was already, you know, like a big accomplishment for them. It was a big sacrifice already, so they had to sleep. So yeah, very nice, very fun, very safe. Somehow Philippines can really have this kind of place where you can come enjoy yourself with a lot of other people, foreigner. I see a lot of foreigner there, a lot of nationality, a lot of different people from different part of the world. And again, that thing will have been hold like that. I mean, they have been doing that for, I don't know, maybe several years already. At least last year, I was aware of it last year. But I just didn't attend for the reason that I told you. The baby was quite small. For the previous year, there were pandemic, and then the year before that, I wasn't in close to the area yet. So yeah, if ever you're in the Philippines for the next year, it's a pretty far things, but I don't know if you are planning to, we never know, right? You're planning to even settle in the Philippines, or you're planning to have a trip next year in the Philippines again, and you want to watch the fireworks pretty close with a pretty safe area, alcohol free. By the way, no, not alcohol free. They were selling alcohol there, because at the entrance they were asking us to leave everything that we had, but inside you can still have some beer, you know, or some food, some local snack, little things that you can eat while waiting the new year. Also beer and some juice. There were really a lot of stuff. There was some stand also that was promoting different product here from Philippines. So yeah, overall nice experience, and I think for next year that's going to be my go-to place every time that I want to witness the new year, unless if I'm not in the Metro Manila. But if I'm in Metro Manila, I think this is going to be my top 1 places. Now I'm also thinking of visiting some other places, because I was able to visit that one for the first time after 12 years. Probably BGC also can be another one, because I also know that in BGC they have some fireworks there with a lot of people gathering. But when it's come to safety, I believe it's also safe, because it's almost the same standard, right? So I might start thinking of participate a little bit to those kind of events during the end of the year. That's what I wanted to share with you. I'm going to have another video to give you a little bit of what's coming for this coming 2025. I have a lot of projects, guys. I have a lot of projects that I'm really thinking to put in place. I even have another channel that I'm planning to have, but this is totally going to be a French channel. I mean, where I'm going to speak French, and not about Philippines, but more on teaching French, right? Because as you know, I'm also teaching French. I'm also giving some French class. So I'm thinking to open a YouTube channel where I'm going to, you know, talk about French, teach French for some people, or whoever need help in French, they can go to that channel and they're going to get the support that they want. I'm working 40 hours a week, so it's not so easy to combine both, but as much as possible this year I'm going to try to launch a lot of stuff like that. Even Instagram, I'm going to be more active on Instagram, more active on TikTok, even though I'm not really a big fan of TikTok. I find it a little bit, you know, too crowded, in the sense that any kind of content are thrown there. It's like there is no really filter. But anyway, everybody has their own choice. So I'm planning to have all these things active for 2025. So stay with me. A lot of things are coming. Keep safe, keep enjoying yourself. I will advise you to just focus on whatever you can control. BIBALA.